Hello everyone, I'm at the Chebakto Lighthouse, as always, doing some sightseeing, as well as talking about electric vehicles. Well, today I actually want to discuss about the charging, as I recently saw news on DC fast charger rates and a policy change in United States, where are not now those charging service providers can provide the service and charge people by their energy use. Thus, how much kilowatt hour of energy flowed into their electric vehicles. And I would say this is a very good move, since people get used to charge based on energy, as especially electrical energy, how much kilowatt hour of energy they used. And another reason is when we go to the gas station, we always charge by how much gallon of gas we put into our vehicles. That's the amount of energy. We never charge people by minutes. I think it is a huge benefit, and it is more clear for EV users to understand. Back into my car because the outside is super windy, and I actually lose my wind muffle for my Rottweiler Skull. As most places actually regulated, for EV charging providers, they cannot sell electricity to the end users. Only the utility company, for or say the electrical service operators, they are able to do that. Which means these charging operators can only sell by minutes, as most of them do. They actually consider the charging spot as a parking spot. So they charge people by selling how much minutes they actually park there, as long as they're plugged in. As the article from Electrek shows, for this system, it is super annoying because people don't know how fast they are charging. So eventually, for same an hour, different people will have different amount of energy into their vehicle, which cause a problem that if you do some calculation, it is highly likely the cost of charging might be more expensive than gas, since lower operating costs due to lower electricity price is exactly an advantage, not a disadvantage. And if charging is that expensive, people are not going to buy an electric vehicle. And if people are not going to buy electric vehicles, the EV adoption is not going to grow. And this is why many people decided to choose a Tesla instead of other EVs, because Tesla's true supercharger network have a very reasonable rate. And if it is possible for them to charge people by per kilowatt hour, they're going to charge people by per kilowatt hour instead of by minutes. So unlike home users, which we pay for only the energy we use, commercial and industrial customers also need to pay by their power or say their capacity. For example, a charging station which operates at 2000 kilowatt will be more expensive than a system works at 100 kilowatt, because at the peak moment, you will demand more energy. Thus, the utility company need to build more capacity to satisfy that. This capacity charge is not cheap, as this is actually one of the major reasons utility companies can have a significant amount of income. However, with the implementation of batteries, we are going to see a hit on this, since for charging stations, they can slowly charge up their battery packs on site using grid power at a low power state, for example, only 20% at what the chargers can output. They quickly charge the vehicles when vehicles come and thus deplete the batteries. I do believe with a reduction on battery cost, we are going to see that happen. Interestingly, you can actually calculate out whether that charging station is economic or not for you by some mathematics, although I do believe many users are not going to, but I think it's a fundamental skill for EV users nowadays. Although there's a little bit amount of math work, but we actually like math, so maybe I can make an app for this so people can understand how it works. Yeah, an opportunity. Okay, enough talk. How is your thinking on this? If you want to make some suggestions, please make some comments below and don't forget to subscribe to this channel.